Superb.
Doing excellent, Naveen. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right. Let's start our session, and I will welcome you all. Thank you for spending time with us for next one and a half hour. And today's topic, I hope you have already seen it. It's acts of kindness, and the caption behind is when you help others, in turn you help yourself. Okay, so let's begin with this thought by sharing your story of when you got a chance to help someone. Anybody who wants to share the story, and how did that also help you when you were helping someone? Okay, at least you can share. Start with the story of when you helped someone. Yes, Vamsi.
Yeah. It was today is Saturday. So yes, so Thursday, every day actually, I along with my mentees, morning at 5 a.m. we have something called as code reading exercise. So we spend a lot of time reading code and understanding. Of late, I have been mentoring some junior embedded engineers to start their career or make their career better. There was this guy from Maharashtra, and he when I started interacting with him and our interaction started, he was not in a position even to appreciate his work that he has done, do some coding and all those things. So I handholded him for quite a good amount of time. I told him the tenure of mentoring is actually concluding. So what is the thing? Friday, when he noticed, after the whole session is done, he told Vamsi, can you please wait for some time? And to my utter surprise, he told in the same organization where he felt that he is an underdog, being treated very harshly and all those things, he got, to his own surprise, 25% hike. And based on his content, his CEO and other people actually sent connection requests to him, and all those things happened. And he told, yeah, you have been helping me a lot. And actually that day, for the past 3 days, something was not okay with my things happening in my office, and I was actually down. But this help of mine, like, actually gave that morning so happiness that I can actually feel I can still live in that environment. I can feel that morning breeze coming at 5:30, and it was excellent. Like the moment I saw this post when you're saying that when you help others, and in LinkedIn also when Naveen put all these things, that example only actually struck my mind. That yes, when we help somebody, definitely there is somebody sitting on top of somewhere in the skies having a Excel sheet and maintaining the things that we have done, what we have done to everyone. Yeah, there are he's filling the columns with red or yellow or green, and the law of karma always comes and bites us.
Great analogy.
I'm fond of the way you narrate. Thank you.
He's a great storyteller. Vamsi is a great storyteller. Yeah.
Yes, no doubt.
Loved it, Vamsi. Yeah.
Loved it, really. Yeah. Try. Do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I can share some thoughts.
Sure.
So, but before that, I have to thank Vamsi for the insightful story. That was really great. Recently, I attended a fest. They call it Indian Startup Fest in Bangalore, in Mudanali. And this is the first version of the fest actually they started, and every year they're going to do it. And since it is a spiritual place, a lot of kind of, the Satya Sai Baba's followers were also there. And, having such kind of, fest in a spiritual place is a very unique in its kind of, kind. And somebody was kind of, talking about the action, karma yoga, right? We are all inspired by Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And somebody was talking about karma, our karma, right? So there is a sloka there, karmanye vadikaraste, ma phaleshu kadachana. And I don't remember the second line. But what it tells us is, you have right on the action. You have to act. That is your karma. That is your kind of responsibility. But you cannot keep any expectation on the outcome, the result. That is the second line it tells. You should not look at the result that you are going to get. So always you keep on acting, and the result that will come to you, it will come to you in its due time by the supreme power, and that is God. And if I correlate to my life actually so far, right? I recently started like Naveen. I also took some good risk. I put almost all my life saving into a company new startup called Mosten, as you see on my background. And I have also my co-founders and all that. And we are also going through a lot of kind of tough times and all that. So I keep telling them, this is going to happen. We have to have patience. It's not like, you just start and you become rich. And that should not be the intention, right? My intention is not to become rich through this initiative. And what I see, with reference to my earlier point, that shloka, in last 15, 20 years, you will be surprised. I'm getting help from the same people who I helped many, many years ago without any conditions. I did not take anything from them, but I somewhere helped them. They said that I don't remember. They kind of, come to me and they say, try, we can probably help you, or we can partner. You are kind of, you helped us, and it would be great to work with you again and all that. So to your point, Sangeeta, to the topic that we are going to talk about, I would definitely kind of, encourage everyone to act, but don't expect the result. The result will come by its own, due time, and so on. And keep helping, and that is going to be saved in your kitty. And when it comes, it will be multiplied. You first give. The entire world is kind of running in a give and take and give and policy, right? Give, take, and give. So that is kind of a cycle. And keep helping people, but don't keep any expectations of that help. The same person might not help you. You might get help from someone. You might not get help, but delayed help or things like that. So if you keep more expectations, you might get hurt. Your feelings might get hurt. So don't keep any expectations immediately. So believe on your karma, believe on your action, and the result will definitely come by itself. So that's kind of my reflection, Sangeeta.
Thank you very much. And indeed, it was so insightful, very much related or taken from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And I truly believe in it.
Yeah.
Yes. Without expectations, when we help, it's a wonderful feeling.
Yes, absolutely.
Hi, Anand. You're back. So we started the session with...
I would like to add a few of my thoughts.
Sure, Naveen. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sangeeta. No, yeah. Yesterday I interviewed a guy named Bob Burke. He's the author of the Go Giver Advantage book.
Okay.
And he said only one thing, like there are two things of the same coin, two sides of the same coin, giving and receiving. And first thing that we should be doing is about giving without worrying about what we receive. But definitely you are going to receive something someday. So on this note, what
your voice is
strongly
breaking,
believe in is, no matter how small the act or deed that we do. Okay. Okay, then go ahead. Go ahead. I think.
No, you are back. You are back, Naveen.
No, you're back. You're
okay.
back.
Okay. No, what I was telling is we should always be on that we are going to receive. Okay. That is the deep thought that we have shared. And we should always be in a mode of pay it forward. Okay. Without expecting again, if whatever the small acts or deeds that we do, they are going to come back to us in a positive way for sure.
Absolutely.
right? So when it comes to these acts of kindness and what we get in return, one thing that resonates is the instant satisfaction that we get by giving something to someone, right? That itself is enough for us, like without expecting anything else. Because if they come back to us saying that, hey, this particular advice or this particular connection, this particular thing has helped me, that itself is so gratifying, right?
Yeah.
And definitely things will fall in place as long as you are trying to help someone. It is going to come back to us, as Vamshi mentioned, right? There is someone
Who's keeping a
who's
track
tracking
of
the Excel sheet
everything.
about our exactly. Yeah, that those are two.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Uh,
All right. Thanks, Naveen. Yes, Anand. So we started the session and we are all sharing our stories where we helped someone. And if at all it left us with some learning or feel good factor. So go ahead and share your story or whatever your thought is about this.
Okay. Hi all. I think for me, I think there is one incident that I would remember. So we were in college, and one of the professors one day asked us, like, who do you think this world is like, is going on because of which people? Like, who are the people because of which this world is running smoothly? So then he said it is these people who are silent heroes, or unknown heroes who are helping each other every day, the kind people, without any expectations or anything in return. I think those are the people running the world actually. And to an extent I do agree with that statement, because somewhere or the other we need help. We are at a position where we can help, so it's a two-way street. And I think someone said, like, keep going, keep helping people. The amount of satisfaction that we get is in, like, we can't compare that, right? So yeah, I think that's my initial thought on this topic.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Anand. All right. Till others join, I'll share my story. Yes, there have been many instances where I could help someone whom I didn't know. So one incident which I would always remember is me and my husband were traveling overnight from our hometown to Hyderabad, and for dinner the bus would be stopped for 30 minutes for all the passengers. So we all got down for dinner, and then we finished and we came back and we sat on our own seats. And from that station, when the bus started, after an hour, we saw a boy, a little boy, like 7-year-old. He was just sitting beside the seat beside us, and he started crying because the conductor of the bus was asking him the ticket. And then like we just inquired to the conductor that what has happened. So so when the buses were halted there for dinner, so there were many other buses, and this kid along with his family, and he was with a very big family, and with all his cousins, they were playing, and they were playing hide and seek. So while hiding, this boy came to this bus and he slept for an hour. So only after an hour he came to know that he has been disconnected from his family, and he was in complete first of all panic. He was crying so much. My daughter was that time just 2 year old, if I remember correctly, and she used to stay with my parents. And that night only me and my husband were traveling in that bus. So then my husband talked to the conductor and he said that we'll pay for his ticket. First let him calm down, and then I took him on my lap, and I just made him first comfortable. I gave him water, and I still remember I asked him, from where you are, what is your name, please remember at least one phone number if you have. So after 30 minutes he could remember his father's phone number, and then he told us, Then we called them and we told that he is in a bus which is heading towards Hyderabad. Okay. And we told the family that don't worry, we will get him back. He's with us, and please believe us, he's very, very much safe. So then we told the conductor that we will make sure that this boy reaches his family somehow. When I'll just take your little bit another 2 years before, like when my daughter was born, since my family had decided that she will not be allowed to put in creche, I have to make my baby to stay with my parents in Karnataka. And me and my husband had decided that every weekend we'll travel on Friday night to Karnataka, and then Monday morning we are back to Hyderabad. So this we did for 3 years till she became 3.5. So during that every weekend travel, we were knowing all the buses going to and fro from Hyderabad to Belgaum. And we were having a very good connection or relation with all the bus drivers and conductors. Very cordial relation. So we called them. So we were knowing that there is already a bus coming from Hyderabad to Karnataka, and we were going. So we called that driver, and we asked. We were knowing that exactly at 2:30 it crosses. Both the bus meets at 1. They just cross. So we told him that this is the incident happened, and there's a boy. You at 2:30 when you meet at this junction, we are coming from Belgaum, and please stay there. Wait, and we'll hand over this boy, and you just make sure that his parents are waiting there, and he must reach there. And finally, the next day morning when we reached Hyderabad by 7:30, and the Hyderabad to Karnataka bus reached Karnataka, the boy was handed over to his family. Safe, very safe. So in this whole thing, yes, we helped, but the thing is, they also helped us to understand the situation. And all this help or the whole situation made us to think beyond in the sense, it could be anybody from whom we can ask help. We were helping, but we are also asking help, right? So all this thing led to one thing. Yes, definitely our good karmas and all. But when we have pure intentions and we don't expect any result, only actions will make the actions really fruitful. So this is one of the story which I will never forget in my life, because it was one of the best incident. I think we learned a lot, and yes, the family really paid a lot of gratitude to us. But this happens with children, and we have to always at least tell them that please remember at least few phone numbers of at least one phone number of your family member, and only that could save. Or else we would have taken some other route also to find his parents out. But yes, only that remembering the phone number helped the boy reach his family. All right, so Deepika has joined. Hi, Deepika. Is your connection back now? Do you hear us clearly? Okay, we don't hear you. You're on mute.
I think she is able to hear us, but we cannot hear her.
Yeah. Okay. She's saying that there's some issue with her phone.
Yeah.
All right. Deepika, do you want to type in like we are right now sharing a story of any incident or anything which left us with some deep thought or deep learning when we have helped someone or any known person also. Do you want to write it down so that I can read it out to the team? All right.
So while that happens, my
Yes.
quick question to Naveen is, Naveen, can you hear me? All right. All right. Maybe Sangeeta, you can help me.
Sure.
Like, is this meeting invite limited to some of our network people, or I can forward to some of my employees also? I think this is a great forum to interact and increase your listening skills and speaking skills as well. So probably Naveen can help or you can help. I don't know.
Yeah, we can forward to everyone. Like on your LinkedIn page, you can share, and on your WhatsApp, you can share with your
Okay.
network.
Okay. All right. 1 second. I'm getting a call.
Sure. Okay, till then, I'll share some information while Deepika is typing her part of story, whatever she want to share her thoughts. So, I think most of us, or maybe all of us, or few of us, we do exercise daily, right? Just raise your hands.
What kind of exercise? You mean physical
Anything.
exercise?
Yeah, physical exercise. Yes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
walk. Mild walking I do.
Okay. And when we exercise, there's a kind of chemical or hormone which is released, right? Okay.
Yes.
And there is a phenomena which is known as runner's high. If anybody is aware, runner's high, you have heard about it. Like this is experienced when we are, the athletes also experience when you are working hard, like when you're doing all the workouts. So you will feel a rush of endorphins because the endorphins will release, right? And that is where every like whenever we go for any health expert, they will always recommend exercise, walk, run, swim, and all. Any physical exercise will give you the release of all these chemicals which help our brain to release all these neurotransmitters which will lift our mood, right? When I'm talking about physical exercise in this whole topic, the reason is there is also a study done, and when we help others, the same chemicals get released. And that is where, when we help others, we have the same experience of mood lifting. Like we feel very good, very satisfied, very happy. As soon as you gift a small pencil to a child, a needy child, the moment it smiles at you, you feel very happy. That inner peace makes you feel comfortable. So these are all the chemicals which are released in our brain when we help anybody. When we help anybody, okay? So the way in physical exercise phenomena is known as runner's high, the same research says that when we help others, uh, especially the volunteers who are always dedicated in helping others, like say orphanage or any needy people, or during the natural calamities and all, right? So all these volunteers, or they also go through a phenomena which is called as helpers high. The way runners high for athletes, there is also a phenomena where the same amount of endorphins and other say oxytocin, all these chemicals are released by our brain, and that lifts our mood. We feel very happy from inside, we feel satisfied, we just feel very lighter. Okay, so now this is what I just wanted to share with you all, some of the information that how you can, whenever we are helping, please think about it, that that is also a kind of brain exercise or mental health exercise when you're helping anybody. All right. Okay, I'll just read out what Deepika has is sharing here. There's an old age home near my locality. We have been paying regular visit, sharing surprise gifts in disguise if they're family members to those behaved parents who were left alone. It was such a warm greeting their getting their blessings. I think few knew it was not from their family, but it was from us. Okay, that's lovely, Deepika. Thanks for sharing. And yes, especially when we go to such old age homes, they are facing a lot of challenges in that particular age without their loved ones. And when we help them and they smile at us, or they show the gratitude, we feel the same amount of gratitude and satisfaction, right? So we have Prabhu Datta. Hi, Prabhu Datta. Good evening.
Yeah, Prabhu is my co-founder. Thanks,
Oh.
Prabhu, for joining instantly.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hi, Troy. Hi, everyone.
Hi. Okay, so today our topic of discussion is acts of kindness, and we are all sharing our stories of when we had any story of where we lent it a helping hand, and how was our experience during that whole incident. Do you want to share anything from your side?
Prabhu, if you are outside, then that's okay. If you want to continue to listen to us, that's also fine.
Actually, I won't be able to talk properly here as I'm outside. So there will be a background noise and something. So that's the thing. Try if you can take it over.
Yeah, that's fine, Prabhu. You can continue to be here.
All right.
Yeah.
Problem.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
Naveen.
Naveen.
Hey, welcome, Prabhu. Nice to see you in this forum, dude.
Thank you so much, Naveen.
So
Nice to see you.
so we will catch up again, okay, sometime. And try to your point, we can invite everyone. This is open forum, and later on, if they feel like being part of circle, we'll add them to WhatsApp group. Earlier, we used to do it the other way around, add them to WhatsApp group, and then join the meetings. But people are misusing it. That's why we want them to join couple of meetings, then get added to the WhatsApp group.
No, I'm glad that Naveen, you were able to continue with this. This is a great effort, man. This is not that easy to continue from such a long time you have been running. It is of enormous, value adding actually. It's a great platform. I don't know why people will not join. They will join. They will enjoy it.
Yeah, that is fine. The least participant count was 4, highest being about 25, 26. But even if it is 4, we don't feel disappointed. Let us continue because show has to go on, and it's all about meeting only once a month and all. So that's why even yesterday night I was checking with Sangeeta whether should we do it or not, and she said no, we are committed. Let's do it. Or else we thought of pushing it to next week. That was running on my mind because I was not well too. And anyways, good that we already have about 7 to 8 people now. And to your point, Sangeeta, about the endorphins and good hormones that right? It reminds me about my conversation with Mohar Ghosh. Okay, and try. I think you remember Mohar Ghosh and Sangeeta. You both, right? He was a security.
Yes, I do remember.
And he runs his own charity organizations and all. So I interviewed him during early stage of, and he spoke about kindness in the professional organizations and all. That is one of the beautiful episodes and beautiful conversations that I ever had. And one basic thing what he mentioned is saying a simple hello itself might change somebody's mood, because you might have some tough time at home. Maybe you quarreled with your daughter or quarreled with your spouse or whoever it is, and suddenly you came with a bad mood altogether, and someone greets you with a smile and all, right? That may change your mood for rest of the day, right? Likewise, random acts of kindness definitely take someone a long way. And as we have been talking, I think we have heartedly.
All right. Thanks, Naveen. And this brings to a very important point of this session. And this was my next question to all of you. Whoever wants to share can go ahead. So, do you help occasionally, or occasionally in the sense whenever you see a situation, there you help, or you are always ready for helping? So, as Naveen said, saying hello to everyone whom you meet is also a kind of help, random acts of kindness, right? So we are going to talk about kindness and how you are repeating in your everyday life. So please share your thoughts on this. Hi Amrita, thanks for joining. Hi Hari, thanks for joining. If you want to go first, you can.
Hari and Amrita are part of my team from OS10.
Okay.
I don't know if they know the topic of today's discussion. So Amrita and
Oh.
Hari, we are talking about helping people, how helping helps, how frequently you help or you get helped. So that is what we are talking about. So feel free to raise your hand if you want to kind of talk, you want to share your thoughts related to this topic. So to your point, Sangeeta,
Yeah.
how frequently I help. So I don't follow in such frequency, but I always keep my eyes open if I can be of any help anytime. And currently, the location where I'm living in my hometown, it is exactly the opposite side of the AIMS, All India Institute of Medical Science.
Mm-hmm.
And every day morning, I see a big queue, starting from the main entrance of the hospital to the main road where the bus stops.
Okay.
Such a long queue, maybe 1.5, 2 kilometers, maybe it would be easily.
Mm-hmm.
And they all come from, eastern part of the state, like West Bengal, Jharkhand, and all that part, Assam maybe. Because I think this is the only AIMS in the South India, Southeast.
Mm.
And a lot of people come here. And I always see how we can help them. They have been sitting from probably morning or last evening. They keep on waiting for their turn. When the hospital opens, they take their number and they continue to wait. So as such, I don't have any kind of frequency, but I always look for where I can help them. I also keep telling the shops nearby, if anybody is really looking for some help, you can call me this number. I am staying just opposite in the apartment, and you can call me on this number if somebody help. And also every month I visit a kind of diagnostics. I go for a blood check every month because I am on a medication. And also I see if someone cannot pay their diagnostics cost, I kind of approach, can I pay for you? So there is no such kind of frequency, but I look for opportunities where I can help. And also I keep my eyes open on the taxi drivers specifically, or the auto drivers, where people are struggling a lot. I keep talking, I try to understand the background and all. If I kind of feel convinced, I kind of give some extra money also, because a lot of people, they're actually very hardworking, they're very transparent, they're very honest to their work, and they have a good target also in their mind to take their family to the next level and so on, right? So I kind of help in those scenarios.
Very glad to know that, and so proud of you. Yeah, thank you, Atrai. Vamsi, Anand, anybody wants to share?
I occasionally help, not on a regular basis. There's a old age home, and we also have a goshala also behind it. So it's a goshala where only the desi breeds are done.
Mm-hmm.
So I would contribute like once in a while, maybe 3 or 4 months. I put a message in the WhatsApp group of my apartment, and we collect all the clothes, and like they say, whatever you can give, you give. I mean, there isn't anything that we say no or yes. We will use somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that. So going by the theme, if you are helping others and it is actually helping yourself, yes, I greet my security people and all those things, and the reciprocation is instant. It's like, "Mummy, 2 minute noodles, Maggie." you just reciprocate, and you wish them. I mean, every time you again walk out or somebody, it's all no. You don't see the square faces. You always see smiles, and they wish you and all those things. So in that way, maybe I should say I'm helping every day. But in terms of monetary, materialistic, and other materials, yeah, it's in once in three months. I make it a point to donate to that old age home and other things.
Okay, thank you. And it's really wonderful of you, Vamsi, for taking such good steps towards also the Goshala, right? Yeah, Anand, do you want to go next?
Okay, that's a tough question to answer.
Come on. It's just
So
an
let me start with a question. Like, do you ask anyone like, do you eat every day? No, right? I mean, yeah, it's just considered like part of life.
Yes.
So for some people, it is part of life like that. I have seen people like that, where it just comes naturally to them, right? Like for example, for Naveen, it's community building comes naturally. Like, or for you, it might be something else. For me, it might be something else. And
Correct.
there is no switch in human beings where we switch it on and we become kind, and we switch it off and we are like unkind. So it's a process, and it also depends on the upbringing of all of us, like, because we all come from a very different cultural backgrounds, different upbringings are there. So I think, so that's my first perspective on whether we should be asking the question that, are you kind one day or are you kind every day? That's a like very tough thing to answer, because these are all factors that I wanted to like bring in. But after that, I think we need to teach this to our kids, at least, that it should be brought in our daily life. It becomes a part of the life, like you be kind, and it should come naturally to them also, like so that is one thing I personally believe in, and I think it's something which everyone has to like take efforts into. But I think that's something that I want to give to the next generation. And coming to our generation, definitely I think, even if you for 5-10 minutes, if you can do something as an activity where there is no expectation out of it, even though we are humans, we expect, but try to do something where there is literally you're not gonna get anything out of it, and see how it changes you within. See if it's helping you. If not, it's okay, because it's not like a general rule that will applicable to all. Some things work sometimes, some things doesn't work for some time or someone. That's perfectly fine. That is also perfectly fine. Like, let's say if you don't want to help someone, don't do that, because if you forcefully do it, you might end up creating a mess other than helping. So that is also some things we need to consider, that and to commit naturally. I think it goes back to your upbringing and how your education teaches you the value of helping someone and all that. I think that it starts from there, and then of course as you move on, it will start coming naturally to you. And for me, I think I do try to bring it naturally, not that I have to forcefully do it anything. And let's see how it goes. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with your point that everything has to have a natural flow. But yes, we also
Yeah, but to bring it naturally, we have to give an effort. So I agree with you. I mean, I'm not saying that it will be like in one day you will become natural. So of course, the effort should be given, and see where it takes you. I think that's the process and journey that everyone should go through, and the results will amaze you. So yeah.
yes. And at this point, I want to add uh, a very important factor here that most of the people nowadays talk about anxiety or stress or all work related or personal life related, right? So whenever you go to the health experts, they will also say that recommend you to do something which is help others, because they also know, as we already spoke about endorphins, like releasing the chemicals. So whenever we help or we do a kind of there is an act of kindness, like saying hello, as Naveen and Deepika also mentioned, that when we just greet someone, if they are not in good mood, we uplift their mood by just cracking a joke or making them feel comfortable, or just going and spending 5 minutes of time to listen to them. All these kind are of help only, right? That's where Try said that he also keeps his eyes and ears open to get any opportunity where he can help to the people who really need either monetary help or any moral help also. So, as Naveen also said, moral and emotional help or support we come across, since we all are working, we are well connected with people. We come across one or the other situation where we understand that yes, we need help or others need help. They need our time, or they need our words, or they might need our monetary help or some guidance related to career. Like Naveen has created a platform which helps everyone, all aspects, right? You will all agree that it's kind of a platform where everyone can get help, get connected. And to this, now, do you feel thankful whenever you get an opportunity to help someone, or you feel blessed that yes, you were chosen uh, for this kindness? Like you could reflect. How did you feel? Like, do you feel grateful or blessed? Like for me, it always happened that whenever I get an opportunity of something like, as Try was mentioning, helping needy people or paying somebody's bill or offering someone food. So I first pay gratitude to God that He chose me for that moment, for that person. I was there to help. So anybody wants to go ahead and share their thought about it or story?
I also believe strongly in this aspect actually. Like there is some purpose and reason behind why we are chosen and why it has come to you, come to me, right? So yeah, I completely echo with you, Sangeeta.
Okay. Thanks, Naveen. Try Anand, Avinash, Amrita, Hari, anybody. Deepika, you want to type in? I can read it out for you.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's
Hi.
happy to be here. Yeah.
Same with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to share your thoughts?
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
On a monthly basis, I donate some amount of money to keto organization,
Okay.
and at the end of the month, they will send a message on WhatsApp. Your contribution helped to this person to overcome this disease, like that. Whenever I see the message, then I will feel very happy. Like I spend very little amount of money, but it compounded with others helping and saved somebody's life. Yeah, whenever I saw the message, I feel very happy.
Great.
Yeah, those are my thoughts.
Thank you. Thank you, Hari.
Yeah.
Yeah, Try. You want to share?
That's a great question, but I don't think I'll be able to give an answer to that. I cannot express my feeling after helping someone. I feel like my day is kind of blessed if I get an opportunity to help someone.
Yes.
So it also helps, like keeping your that some kind of I don't know biologically if it is helping in some hormones to be formed, and I feel good about it. I definitely feel good. So yeah, I feel encouraged. We should help people. We should. And even if you look at my WhatsApp, my status also, it says I'm busy in making a beautiful world, right? I want people to become more kind of helping towards others where help is needed. I and Prabhu met with Ravi. Naveen might be knowing from GE, ex-GE person. He is kind of dedicatedly working in charitable organizations like Sai Sanjeevani Heart Hospital in Raipur. We are trying to build a kind of free software for them to take care of mother and child care segment of the hospital. So, and free of cost. We are not going to charge anything for that software. So it became a kind of habit probably. I don't do it for an intention of something low. I want something in return. I feel good about it. Let's do something.
Yeah, I think Ravi Sripada is worth mention here, right? Sangeeta, you must also be knowing him. He's also a GE guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen him. Like he was a program manager when I was a programmer, kind of stage, right? But after a period of time, right, he stopped focusing more on his career growth and got into this philanthropy stuff full time, almost like full time. Now he's working completely to this trust, and also these kind of people inspire us, right, to be kind and kinder. Yeah, great. Thanks for sharing that, Try, and good to know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, Try.
And anybody has any idea, in Indian hospitals, basically, this waiting system is so painful.
Yeah.
If we can bring some solution, I think that is $1 million solution that we can bring. All hospitals in India, nobody should go and wait. There is definitely a kind of need of healthcare people in India. Ravi's organization is giving some kind of contribution that is very tiny in nature, but there is enough opportunity there to bring some kind of digital solutions to bring some relief to common man's life. Like waiting for so long, people will come the previous night, they will wait, they don't have anyone where the hospital is, and they will wait on the roads and all that. Next day morning again they will wait, and by the time they see a doctor, it will be evening, afternoon, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, like that. Can't we do something about it? Right? I think we can do something. So if anybody has any idea on how we can kind of eliminate that waiting process, right, I think that would be a big help to all the hospitals. We can try in one and then replicate in others and so on.
Yeah, I think it should be submitted as idea to Smart India Hackathon try. Because that's a focused initiative by Government of India, and wherein every year they're trying to address so many societal problems, and also this could be a good problem statement.
Yeah. And there was one more problem statement, blood bank. So 4 years, 5 years back, blood banks were all kind of disconnected. People were not able to know where to go and all that. But now I think they did some good work there. A lot of blood banks are interconnected now, and people can see where is the particular blood group is available and so on. But I think this wait system has to go through that revolution. So we have to eliminate that. We have to do something about it. Something. I don't know what is the solution, but we have to. It is very painful to see people waiting with their patients and all, because they're not emergency, right? It is not an emergency case. If it is an emergency case, they can directly get into the emergency ward, right? But since they can wait, they will be put in the long queue. They will be waiting. It's very painful. Very, very painful.
Yes, I can really understand that. And I've seen people going through that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rai, for bringing it up. I'll just read out Deepika's thought on this. Helping is important, whether the amount of time or act is small or large. It is really heartwarming, and it gives out a warm feeling, and I feel more connected to nature or have the divine blessings. Very beautiful. Thanks, Deepika, for sharing it. Anand, do you want to share anything? Or Amrita, Avinash? Anybody wants to go next?
In terms of definitely it feels good if you get to help someone. It also feels good if you get the help when required. So it's always that both things are there. But I think for me, and I'm like, so basically, if you get to help someone, feel good, okay, fine, but move on. Don't get too much attached to that thing, because then it might become something else, we don't know. So it's good that you feel good about it, okay, fine, and then just move on, don't get too much attached to it. That's what I would say. That's because I've faced this problem sometimes, so it's good that we move on and get to the next one who is ready there, and we are ready to help him or her, basically. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
One more thing. Actually, I got inspired by Anand to add one more thing here related to this. While you help, keep your camera inside your pocket. Don't take pictures and publish in the social media to tell the world that you are helping. So that should not be the intention. So I think we can bring a difference by helping, but not by kind of, showing it off. Inspiring definitely is there. We can tell the story, we can write a thing, but not publish that you are helping a person with the picture who you helped and all that. I think that might be a little bit not so appropriate in my view. That is my personal view.
Yeah, there is a saying in Telugu actually, like if you are donating with right hand, even left hand should not know about it.
Yeah, same as in Kannada, correct.
Uh,
Yes.
Good
But
point.
see, I just have a counter like perspective to it, because I was also under this impression that you help and you move on, and this all social media stuff is really not required. But the thing is, if your intention is really that you have helped, photos is just secondary. It's okay if you put it, but the thing is, if you do that, you might inspiring someone else. So, but if your intention is just to like publicize with social media that hey, I have been there, and so that is wrong. I completely agree with what
Right.
Tribik, sorry, I'm not able to pronounce your first
That's
name, but
fine. You can simply call me Try.
Tribe. Okay, so what he said makes sense, because that has become a trend right now, that just visiting orphanage and taking photos is not helping. Helping is something else beyond it. But if you take pictures as a part of it, it's okay, no issues, but don't take it too much to your heart. That's what I mean, like, so yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Anand. Thanks for these thoughts. Yes, intention is what matters. Like there are people who are helping and they need more funds, so that's where they take help of social media to approach more people who can volunteer and help. And there are people who would really like to publicize that yes, I'm volunteering for so and so cause. Do you want to join hands at least? Like they're publicizing the cause itself.
Yeah.
Correct. So different intentions, and that's how we get connected to a bigger canvas also, right? When people at least let us know that there is a need of funds, or there's need of helping hands. Sometimes I get some of the volunteer groups, I get a message that will you please share it on your Facebook page or Twitter, so that it gets propagated into your circle. So even that is also a kind of help.
I agree.
Yeah. Anybody else wants to share a thought about it as we reach to the last part of this conversation? Amrita, Avinash, any thought? Would you like to share?
So this monthly invite is in on calendar already, Sangeeta?
Yes, try. So you can forward it to your team members, or I'll make you admin of the group. You can add them to the group, and even if they miss the calendar invite, they will get to know through WhatsApp group.
Okay. Yeah, that would be helpful if you can make me an admin.
Yeah, I'll do that.
We have a lot of people who would be really interested to participate in this forum.
Yeah.
Okay. So till now, we all had shared our thoughts about this, shared our stories, everything, right? So now the last segment of this session is about whenever we have helped or volunteer for any noble cause, what have we learned? I just need the keywords, okay? But you can definitely share your story or thought. I just need the keywords. What have you learned? What is that one or more than one skill or behaviors or anything which you have developed after volunteering or helping someone? Just introspect and give me few words.
So I will go here first. I think that's a very beautiful question. Thanks for asking that. So I give this talks to government school kids, where we can motivate them to take the technology as a career, which is part of my organization's CSR activity. So there, initially the challenge was that I have to speak in Hindi for like almost 1 hour, and it's not a challenge because I come from that part of India, but speaking to kids in that environment setup where I have to motivate them, I have to talk about them, so that was tough. Then I did one in my local language, that is Marathi. Then I had English was okay, it's easy going because we are used to it. But so these were like some things I learned personally, that okay, my Hindi was so bad when I realized it, when I gave my first talk, and I improved sessions after sessions I gave in my local language, that is Marathi. It was worse than Hindi, but I improved. So I think that way it has really helped me to like prepare for the next sessions. Yeah, that is really great. And I underestimated the kids sometimes, but they have amazed by the way the talent they have, the ideas, the questions they ask. It is simply amazing. It feels me like they are not in government schools, they are sitting in like some top schools, because the way they talk, the way they, like, it's just amazed me. Like, it was a really great experience for me.
All right. I will just read out Deepika's thoughts. So thanks, Anand. Preparation and improvement, right? That self learning. That yes, this is what I did not learn, and I have to learn and address the children. So that was a great move. So Deepika is sharing with us that humility, blessed, and being modest are the qualities I learned or picked after my small acts of charity. Thanks, Deepika. And that's really beautiful. Yeah, being modest. So these are the things we all have all these emotions or characteristics. But when we get these chance of acts of kindness, that is when we realize that this is what we are also. Yeah, try. Do you want to share something?
No, I think Deepika covered it, what I had in mind. So humility, humbleness, and how to kind of, approach people to help also. It's not everyone can do, right? Because sometimes people will think you have some bad intention because you are there to help, right? So you should have a sympathy or empathy, whatever you call it, right? When you go to help, you cannot just go and offer your help. People might not accept your help also, right? So definitely humility, humble, these are the appropriate terms, I think. So those are the good skills also. In corporate world, you need to have this kind of skill sets, how to ensure that people accept you, right? Transparency, your consistency in humility, humbleness, transparency, integrity, and so on, right? And by helping others, by extending a helping hand always, by showing that you are ready to help, I think you will be definitely accepted easily by others. So
yeah, and authenticity, I think authenticity also plays
Absolutely.
a critical role there.
Yep.
And Sangeeta, I think Amrita also shared something. Maybe you want to read that.
Yeah, yes. Okay, yes, thanks, Amrita, and sorry to miss that. I always give some amount of money to the car driver and taxi driver, and sometimes I help emotionally. It's great for me and feeling blessed and happy. That's lovely. Thanks, Amrita, for sharing this. Avinash, Hari, anything you want to add? Grishma?
Yeah, Grishma is also part of my team. She joined a bit late.
Okay, I'll just repeat my question, Grishma, for you. That whenever we volunteer or we offer a help to anybody who is in need, what do we learn? What have you learned when you have helped someone?
Hi, Sangeeta. Yeah. So yeah, we do those kind of things. Absolutely, that's one kind of satisfaction that we will never get if we do any kind of things. So yeah.
All right. Yeah, Naveen, you want to share any thought?
So before we go to Naveen, I have a thought just came to my mind.
Please.
Even our culture also says that we should help, like, Makar Sankranti.
Correct.
Right? Somebody comes at door with that trumpet in the mouth, with that ox and all that. We should donate that time. So our culture also encourages us to help people.
Yes, our culture helps, actually tells us to give more.
Exactly.
In every festival, the first thing is always giving.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes the festival more kind of, joyous, more happiness, prosperity, and all that stuff. Right. So absolutely.
Thanks for bringing up that point. Yes, Hari, Naveen, whoever wants to go first.
Yeah, like whenever helping, sometimes I felt money is not that much worthy. I'm unable to articulate my thought in a structured
Don't worry.
But Yeah, like money is not that much worthy sometimes, I feel. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
sometimes
one
the
thing I observed.
emotional or moral support is
Yeah,
more valuable. Actually, time is more valuable because when you're spending time for someone, you're actually spending that part of your life with them, right?
true.
Yeah, Naveen,
No, only I would like to continue on that money and time part.
please go
That
ahead.
money can be earned, but time cannot be earned, right? Even I believe, like, I try to spend most of the time with people who are in need, and giving that emotional support, and keep and giving that support, our shoulder, okay, wherein they can rest and they can just vent their feelings. That itself, right, it's something invaluable in my opinion. And and we need to instill this kind of culture in the students as well. When I say students, in our children, right from the young age, that way it becomes a habit and all. Because the way we are seeing in some countries and all, right, it has become something for the namesake. Rather, it should come intrinsic, it should come from within. Then it will be more joyful, then they will feel the worth of doing it.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that's it from my side.
All right. Deepanvita, I saw you joining. Do you want to share any thought about the question or the topic, subtopic we have is whenever we volunteer or we help someone, what do we learn out of it?
Ma'am, I just joined, so I want some time to understand all the topics.
No
So
problem.
I apologize for that, ma'am.
That's okay. That's okay. Thanks for joining. Okay, from my perspective, most of the time, as even Naveen knows, in our GE times, we always used to volunteer for many government schools, orphanages, and all. So, what I learned to the first, I learned many things out of those volunteer activities or whenever I help someone. But the basic aspects, as Try said, that in our corporate life, we need all these behaviors to grow and to also have a very successful career and stressless career. The first thing was when you start volunteering, you learn actually the teamwork. You don't have a defined team there. You just you just segregate the task. Okay, you do this, you do this. I'll call this. I'll arrange the bus. You arrange the food. You all those things, right? Any voluntary activities. Then you learn problem solving also because actually there's a problem which you're addressing. So you learn the problem solving skills there, correct? Or you're using your problem solving skill. And then lot of project planning happens there because for any volunteer activity or anything, whenever you're also giving or planning something to give, say for this coming Diwali, if you want to host a lunch for all your housekeeping staff, so you will plan, and that is where the project planning, it's any task or is a sub project, right? It's a mini project. So this is how it helped me to understand each and everything whatever is written in our corporate trainings. Actually, like, yes, everything is well defined, structured, organized, and all. But when you start putting this into application, all these helping activities or volunteer tasks, or whenever whoever needs help, or whenever I need help also, how to approach and how to solve the problem, how to build a team. Because in volunteer activities, it is like you just build a team, you trust them, and you get the task done. Like the noble cause is reaching everyone, you make sure. And there you don't know people, because in most of the volunteer activities, we were all from different teams or sectors or even different part of the cities or states of the country also. We don't know each other, but we trust, because and we divide our work and we just report that yes, this is done, this is done. On that day we will be there, we'll be distributing the sweets or we'll be distributing the notebooks for the children. For old age home, we'll be distributing clothes or a glass of milk and bananas, all these things. So everything we learn when we help. So these were my introspections whenever I had got an opportunity to help anybody in a group or as an individual. So these are my thoughts.
Wonderful,
All right.
Sangeeta. I think you concluded it so nicely. So
Thank you, Trai.
very nice, very nice. I like
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. And I hope you all have gone through it. The only thing is, that's where I have also noted down whatever learnings you had, and I'll be posting it again as a conclusion on LinkedIn page.
I think
for teaching members.
everyone in this industry have a responsibility, right?
Yes.
If you look at our, the government system, I think it is not little bit, I would say it is from core, it is little bit misled because people have their own intention. But in corporate life, I think we are encouraged to follow, these all the good points that we discussed, right? Generosity, kindness, transparency, integrity, all that stuff. And we have to demonstrate, we have to walk the talk, right? So that our next generation, they learn it and they take the good things forward, right? And we build a kind of, good company or a good city or a good state, and then mixing all the states together, it becomes a great nation, right? So definitely it is linked towards nation building. And if everybody comes forward and, be part of this initiative, I think that little bit will somewhere get added up to bring a big kind of, change in our entire system.
Definitely. I'm very sure about it.
Absolutely.
Every little act will definitely we all are contributing for a bigger cause, for sure. Yeah, Amrita. Amrita has a question. Yeah, please go ahead, Amrita. Do you want to speak? You can unmute and speak.
Yes, Sangeeta. Hi.
Hi. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I have a question. How to support someone when you are also in need of support? That time you need help. So how to support someone?
Beautiful question.
Very good question. I recently went through this. I needed some help, but I got a phone call from a very dearest friend of mine who needed help too. So, and that was from me. So the thing is, when I just believed my instinct that when she needs it, I have to be with her. So for almost 3 days, I was with her. But eventually, what happened was that whole incident when I was helping her, it helped me only. Because this is what we were discussing in the initial part of the session, that when we help, our mood gets better. We start thinking from a different perspective also, because when you are already in an issue, you are already anxious about that problem. Okay, either you are in a panic mode, and if you are not receiving help, you are always saying that I'm not getting help. And at that point of time, you see that there is an incident, there is a person who is in a worse situation than yours. So just help them, because it's an opportunity given to you. That is how I took it in the last 1 week. And it helped me to really sort my things out. That's what I can share.
Yeah, thank you, Sangeeta.
Yeah, try. You want to? Anybody has any other thought?
No, that's a great question, actually. Firstly, that is a great question.
Yes.
When you do not have anything, how you can help others, or you are in deep problem, how you can help someone to come out of his or her problem? That's a beautifully thought question. But I think helping is sacrificing, guys.
Yes.
Right? So you have to, if somebody is asking for meal and you have money for only one meal, either you skip your meal or share your meal with others.
Yes.
You cannot say that, no, I don't have money. If you want to help, sacrifice. Sacrifice is the definition of help, I believe, because you are giving away something, right? So
yes.
I think that would be the right answer to your question, Amrita. You have to sacrifice. If you do not have money, then give something else, whatever you have, right? If you want, you have really kind of, your internal belief says that you are really kind, you are generous, you want to help, then you can do dan in multiple ways, right? You can give artha dan, or you can give shram dan. Shram means effort, giving some effort, giving some time, your time and efforts, right? That doesn't cost you anything. Or give something, annadan, if you have some food also, and so on. So you start from little. Nobody is saying you kind of start giving enormous amount of wealth to someone as donation. Let's start little. Even we do not have much money in our pocket. See how we can help in other way, in terms of non-monetary way, right? We need to sacrifice. So that is something I would like to add here.
Yeah. Anand, Naveen, anyone wants to answer?
No, I think Tribe has already answered it very nicely. I would just say, as long as you're just emotionally stable, you are ready to help. Financially doesn't matter, nothing else matters. As long as we cannot be a mess and then try to offer help, because that will be a very difficult thing. Just emotionally, if you're sorted, you are ready to help to anyone actually. Financial or any other ways, doesn't matter. So just that intention is very important first of all, and I think that will itself will take you to the next level, right? So yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Anand. I hope, Amrita, you could get at least some answers and that
Yes.
helps you. Okay, so before we conclude for the day, I have a small information to share. There's a research done by a team who have published it in a way that why helping is good. And since it's again a research body of scientists, so our genes have end caps which are known as telomeres, if I am pronouncing it correctly, the medical terminology. So these will stay strong and healthy if your life is stress free, anxiety free, and okay. And the more you are stressed or anxious, these end caps will be shortened and your life will be shortened, the lifespan will be shortened. And that is where this research says that the more you help or the more you give, your the chemicals of kindness, like, right, we discussed about like endorphins and all these positive or happy hormones gets released, and the more of these chemicals get released in your body by your brain, these end caps become more healthy and strong and your lifespan increases. So at the end, helping or giving really makes you strong, healthy, and happy. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share with you all, and thanks for joining this session and sharing your thoughts and making it again a nice Saturday evening.
Absolutely. Time well spent, Sangeeta and
Thanks.
Naveen and everyone in the team. Very
Yeah,
nice.
same here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate your time. See you all next month.
Yeah,
And who wants to
we'll
be the
bring
host
more
for
people
next
from
month?
our side, Naveen, going forward. I think
Absolutely.
we need this
and if
platform.
anybody wants to be the host for next month session, do let me know who wants to be the host for next month session.
I will.
Yeah, perfect. Right. So we'll connect offline. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
everyone.
evening.
Enjoy your weekend. Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Lighting.
Bye.